Before this video starts, I just want to give a massive shout out to all my channel members. If you want to receive a shout out, then become a channel member today and you'll be shown on screen like all these other channel members here. Anyways, enjoy the video. In version 15.1.1, we get to see the addition of the Demon Slayer collab, and along with it comes some brand new units. One of these units is Tanjiro Kamado, the protagonist of the series who uses water breathing techniques to defeat his foes, but will his techniques translate well into the Battle Cats universe? Well, in this video, I want to go over his kit and see what he can bring to the battlefield. The footage of Tanjiro is at level 40. To get us started, let's discuss his base stats. At level 30, he sports 39,000 HP, and since he has a 100% chance to cause explosions, his damage is effectively 24,480 with 3.9k DPS. He stands at an impressive 600 range and has an LD of 450 to 800, which is the exact same as Aphrodite's. Tanjiro also deals massive damage to floating and angel enemies, as well as has a 100% chance to survive a lethal strike and immunities to slow and surge. The massive damage bumps Tanjiro's effective damage between 525 to 675 range to 97,000 with 16k DPS. Tanjiro's generalist use as a backline LD sniper is pretty solid. While his raw damage isn't the highest, his DPS stat is very much on the higher end, allowing him to deal solid long-term damage against a wide range of foes. The ranges of his explosion allow him to cover a lot of range, being able to even score slight, and I do mean slight, chip damage against enemies that are even outside of his LD. Also, because of the way explosion works, if he's able to knock back an enemy in the center attack, he can still score some additional chip damage with the outer explosion. His immunities to surge and slow can also give him an advantage over some other snipers, as he won't be grinded to a halt and won't get blown up by a surge. His real value comes from his specialist usage as a floating and angel nuker, similar to units like Aphrodite and Lucifer. As mentioned before, at level 30, his damage and DPS spike to an effective 97,000 damage with 16k DPS. For a sniper unit, these stats are fairly impressive. His targets of floating and angel also don't have much in terms of specialized snipers outside of collab units, with Lucifer, Summersaki, Dinosaurus, and Summerkana being the only units that fulfill a similar role of floating or angel snipers. His high range stat allows him to target a wide range of enemies, and both floating and angel have quite a few enemies with a high standing range. Some of these include Muth variants, Sleipnir, Chick-fil-A, Loki, Gobble, and Calamaria. His slow immunity in terms of specialized matchups is a mixed bag. While Tanjiro struggles against Cleonel and Queen Bee due to the fact that he just sits in their blind spots most of the time, this immunity can be pretty useful for Chibanel, Engabaru, and Tarsiriel, as none of these enemies deal that much damage. The surge immunity is mostly helpful for Saint Dober, who is perhaps the most notorious surge enemy in the game, so being immune to it, as well as being able to deal a significant amount of damage to them, allows Tanjiro to be an extremely valuable unit for Saint Dober stages. The main issue Tanjiro has, which is the exact same issue that a unit like Aphrodite suffers as a sniper, is the fact that he has a massive blind spot of 450 range, meaning that in situations where enemies are allowed to push forward without contest, Tanjiro will be missing his attacks constantly. Tanjiro does have one more additional ace up his sleeve, this being the fact that he could survive a lethal strike. This can allow Tanjiro to score at least one more hit in a ton of situations, which could be enough to take out an enemy. The fact that he has survived in the first place means that he's guaranteed to at least have one chance to reposition, which can also be vital. So, how good is Tanjiro? Well, Tanjiro is a pretty effective specialist sniper, with enough generalist stats to where he could deal solid, meaningful long-term damage to a wide range of enemies. Tanjiro being able to target both floating and angels also gives him a niche that not a lot of units get to have, and his surge immunity also allows him to help deal with major threats like Saint Dober as well. With all that said, I want to thank you for watching this analysis of Tanjiro. If you thought this insight was interesting, then be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy Battle Cats content, and comment down below your thoughts on them. I'd love to hear what you all think. Also, shout out to the following channel members: Dr. Deadly, Gamet, Virus Opero, Just a Shark, Gross Cat the Ultra, Potato King, Atsushi, King Wolf, Clamorous, Barely Grover, Jade Rabbit, Mustafa, and Janek Altenberg for being silver members or higher. If you want to receive a shout out like these channel members here, to become a silver member or higher today. Becoming a channel member supports what I do in a way that helps keep the lights on and allows me to continue making content for all of you to watch. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day.